Hello, everybody. Happy Star Trek Tuesday, or as our friend Mario, who works for Roddenberry, if you've seen him at Star Trek Las Vegas working the Roddenberry tables and booths back in the day, he calls it Tuvok Tuesday. Either way, it's time for the main viewer. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We know that you have a lot of main viewers to choose, but thank you for choosing the main viewer today. We got so much Star Trek to talk about. Efrosians are back. So whoever had that on their bingo card, 2024, you win. 2024 is the answer. Finally, they are back, and we're going to talk about those rascals. Also, we have an anniversary today, right, Anne-Marie?
We do. I mean, first of all, if you follow any account on Twitter, their chances are good, like you're following multiple anniversary accounts. But yes, we do have one that's very relevant because the episode's about to come up for Seventh Rule reviews on Next
What
Generation.
timing, right? Amazing
I
timing.
look when that happens.
It's Sarek. So that one has got a fun anniversary. What would that be? 34 years? Jeez. And also, Creation Entertainment just made an announcement, right? Lots of fun stuff there. We have so much to talk about. Hang on, we got one more. Oh, Jenny R. Johnson's going to show us her wall. That's something to look forward to, I guess. We also have some Strange New Worlds news, which is great. We love Strange New Worlds news. We have Doctor Who news that I think we'll run out of time and won't be able to cover, unfortunately. Anyway, Dr. Anne-Marie Siegel is here.
Hi, how are you?
Yep. She's the walking exclamation point, resident web crawler, Trekkie MD. Everybody knows and loves her. Also, look at that. It's Jenny R. Johnson wearing her Rise and Chill shirt.
It's me. Where did I get this shirt? I got it at StarTrekandChill.com, right? Am I making that up?
Just click on the Star Trek and Chill link in the description box below, everybody. You can get your very own shirt, just like what Jenny is modeling so perfectly, the Risa and Chill shirt in any color, size, or style. Speaking of style,
really fast, I think I actually hung out with the Scorch 1701 in the live chat at the bar at STSF because I was wearing that shirt and we started talking about it. It's a conversation starter at conventions.
It is. It's an icebreaker, as the French say.
Definitely.
But speaking of style, I was trying to say, the Matt Boardman is here, everybody.
Good evening.
There he is, Lurch himself. So we're very happy to have the Matt with us. Finally, he's always making these cool little backgrounds for us. Lots of videos. He does web design for us. I mean, he's an MVP.
Yes.
Makes us look good. Speaking of which, my name's Ryan T. Husk. I've never been an MVP of anything ever. But sports are still fun to play. It's not whether you win or lose. So look, let's get started with an icebreaker. And that icebreaker comes to us because it's Twitter Tuesday. From twitter.com. Check this out. Our good friend, Captain Edward Jellicoe, gives us this nice meme. There's Geordi and Riker. Riker says, "What did you end up doing last night?" Geordi says, "I organized a threesome." Riker's like, "Oh, did you?" And then Geordi continues, "There were a couple no-shows, but I still had a good time."
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
So everybody make sure you are following Captain Edward Jellicoe on Twitter, and you'll never guess what his handle is. It's at ST Delta Shift, of course. ST Delta Shift.
Oh, I like people a lot, you know?
The day he followed me, I was like, oh my God, I've never felt cooler. Captain Jellicoe's following me.
Let's say hi to everybody in the live chat real quick. Glenn Iverson, May Borello, Kyle Gray Young, Mark Zutkoff. Cool name. Joshua Reeve, Rashid Uzaman.
Ooh.
Who's a
Oh, I
man? He is.
Rashid, were you at FedCon too? I feel like we have a few FedCon people in here.
Yeah, we definitely need to know. You said Robert Kaiser's in the live chat?
Or if he is, I'm not sure if he's in karaoke. Usually karaoke is till later.
That's
Then
right.
stops in on his walk home.
Whoever was
That
at
makes me so
FedCon,
happy.
please let us know in the comments right now in the live chat. Let us know, how was FedCon? What'd you think of it? How'd it go? What's the story? Tell us everything.
So much Star Trek this year.
Also, hey, hello to KL Bliss, Fran Iverson, Red is Native, and everybody hanging out. Back of the head. He says, hey, happy birthday, Matt Boardman.
Hey, what? How did that happen? Has it really been a year?
Crazy, right?
Matt's birthday was yesterday, everybody. So please give him your happy birthdays right now because he deserves it. He turned 30 yesterday. Big deal. Big thing.
Knew it.
It is a big
Rashid
deal.
was there because he was posting on Twitter like all these amazing pictures with all these Star Trek actors who were at FedCon.
Yes.
And then also a bunch of pictures with other Star Trek fans there, which I love seeing.
So Rashid says he was at FedCon. Rashid,
that's
tell
awesome.
us, how was it?
It seems like such a good vibe there.
Yes. They did some really cool videos too. And I was like shocked the line. I mean, not that every time any Star Trek actor is there and they're trying to get photo ops, the lines are long, but they were like really long lines of great cosplays. So the videos of like people walking down the line to get to the back were amazing.
Awesome.
Love that stuff.
How big is FedCon? Like, what's the attendance?
I was wondering that too. It looked
I think
think
it's one of the
it's-
bigger conventions over there. Yeah.
Yeah, I've always thought that it was like the second biggest behind STLV. Either
Yeah.
that is or Destination Trek,
Which-
maybe. Those are the big
but they've
guys.
like
Right.
announced that they're not doing Germany this year. So
Oh,
I
really?
think maybe FedCon is now the biggest in Europe.
Well, Germans apparently are like the best fans.
They
That's what
really
everybody
are.
says.
They
I want to go
really
do
are.
one.
Yeah.
What is it
There
that
are
make
sorry, I was just gonna say there are a lot of German Star Trek fans who have my artwork, like a lot of them. It's
that's
so
amazing.
cool.
I'm just, oh yeah,
You need a table there then.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
they're
You
always
gotta go.
so they're always so friendly and supportive and like positive, right? Germans fans just seem like the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they know their stuff. Oh my gosh. Like Immo, when he would come on and he had that
Yeah.
whole like light set up in his office for like black alerts and all the lights would switch on and off. It was so fun.
Yes.
Oh, Germans, you
Mhm.
Love
rascals.
that. Also, like Eric Stillwell, who has been on Seventh Rule before, he was at like one in Zagreb this weekend in Croatia, and they actually had him on like local news channels for interviews. It was really cool.
Oh,
Really?
Really?
cool.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
So fun to follow.
Why is Bob D, Matt, calling you T Matthew Boardman? Oh, for the
I mean, I have, I'd have to admit that I have maybe looked into legally changing it.
I
T
love that.
Matt
You
for
really
short.
should, yeah.
Matt
Right.
for short. Love it. Wow, everybody's saying happy birthday to you. May, Joshua, Fran, Bob D, Mark, David Gregory, Glenn. Everybody's going nuts. Lucia's out in
Thank you.
Brazil. In Brazil, actually, they don't celebrate birthdays. I don't know why.
Brazil.
No, I'm just
Rashid
kidding.
says that
They probably do.
FedCon was fun, fantastic. Cosplay was awesome. It's huge. It's the biggest sci-fi convention in Europe. And we have our answer.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
I want to go one day.
And he says
Type here.
German Star Trek fans are obsessed with the show. Yeah. That's
Hey,
All right,
awesome.
so we do have some
Says-
breaking news, everybody.
wow.
The Efrosian stuff. Everybody knows we'll be talking about that in a minute. It looks like there is some information to be said about the Star Trek merger with Skydance, and it's potentially catastrophic, honestly, for Star
What?
Trek, I would say. Right now, Anne Marie's like checking on her phone. Yeah, no, it's not true. She's like trying to find, I could tell she was trying to find it. She's like, I'm not seeing this
I was
news
like,
anywhere.
not one alert has gone off on my
I'm
phone
like-
since we started, which is like such a quiet day for this. And I was just reading that unfortunately the stock dropped as like that becomes like less and less stable of a deal.
So sad.
That's a bummer.
Mhm.
Okay, well, let's talk about Efrosians then.
Okay,
Everybody,
but we really fast have to say that back of the head said Tiberius Matt Boardman when you were like, what's the T stand for?
Which is actually kind of funny because in what was it in the cage or no, where No Man Has Gone Before, on Kirk's gravestone it was James R.
R.
Kirk,
Kirk, yes.
and my
right.
first initial actually is R.
Oh my gosh, crazy.
So to switch it
Really?
to Tiberius would be hilarious.
Oh my God, that is
what's
so
your, so
funny.
Matt's your middle name.
Yeah. That's my
What's your
middle name.
first name?
Robert.
Man, Ryan's like
For some reason, I
Susie.
guessed that. Yeah, I don't know why. Kind of seemed like a. And Jenny, you're an R.
Yeah, I am an R. You are
Do we-
also an R.
Yeah.
Yeah, R's my middle name. Yeah.
Mhm. Wait, it
I'm
is?
Matt. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I go just like Matt. I go by my middle name.
What's your first name?
It's a French name, so it's like it's kind of long and hard.
It starts
Ah.
with T.
Yeah, it starts with a T. You nailed it.
Hilarious.
Do we know your middle name, Jenny? Not to get too sidetracked.
No. I
Is
don't
it
know. Do
R
you?
short
Wait.
for art?
Yeah, and what's your
No.
mom's maiden name?
What
R
street
short
did you
for
grow up?
art.
What was your first
Or
pet's
first
name?
bar.
All right, I guess we don't have to divulge
It's-
these things.
I can tell you my
Short for
middle
art.
name.
Yeah.
I go throwing it. Yeah, it's Rebecca.
Oh, that's a
my
nice one.
sister's
Yeah,
name.
I was named
love that
after a
name.
Barbara Streisand song.
I
Jenny
love that.
Jenny Rebecca, 4 days old.
Hmm.
hmm
That's
By my dad.
amazing.
My dad
Oh,
picked that.
ooh,
I
a
know.
Pats
Good one.
fan.
I don't know that one.
hmm
That's amazing.
All
Yeah.
right. I guess it's time for everybody for us to move on. Everybody's like, are we going to talk about middle names? Or are we going to talk about Star Trek? Middle names are fun. Some people just like Sarek Lofton say, I don't have a middle name.
hmm
And you're like, that's pretty cool, man. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool. They don't
Just
need
so
one.
straightforward, you know?
Mhm.
hmm
All right. So I guess we got to talk about Efrosians now because this is the big deal of the week. This is from our friends over at trekmovie.com. Check this out. They say something to the effect of, and by something to the effect of, I mean a direct quote, preview Star Trek Discovery episode 508 with new images and clip from Labyrinths. And this
Well-
is the lady that's got everybody up in a tizzy.
So I have to say,
Um,
like, anytime there's a return of an alien in Star Trek, that's like one of my ultimate clickbaits. I click that shit so fast. Like, so the second that started, all the speculation started, I was like, click, 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 click.
Mhm.
Like, it's amazing. So what did you think she was at first?
When I first saw it, she looked Klingish, maybe Kling-ish and something else, maybe a mixture, or maybe, I didn't immediately think of Frosian. I'll be honest with y'all.
No. The lack of a mustache threw me off.
Yes, exactly.
That would have been amazing.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
she was
she
like a
should have had
dwarf,
mustache.
a Lord
Yeah.
of the Rings dwarf.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So, Matt, can you give us a little history on Efrosians? You know where they're from, what the situation is with them?
Well, I mean, we've only seen them in two situations, Star Trek 3 and then, or not Star Trek 3, but Star Trek 4 and Star Trek 6. Because
Good knowledge.
yeah, so I mean, the Federation president in Star Trek 6 was an Efrosian. And so sadly, we haven't seen them since, which is, I think, is kind of a shame because they do kind of have a cool look to them. It's almost Klingon-esque, and I think it's a race that would have been really cool to like flesh out to see, who knows, maybe they were distant cousins of Klingons or something like that.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm excited that we're going to get to see this race again, because there's a whole slew of aliens from the tribunal in Star Trek 4 that we never, that we saw in those short scenes and never saw again. So this is really cool.
Quick pop
I
quiz,
just learned some
everybody.
crazy information about Efrosians. Do you want to go first?
Do you guys remember that two-part Deep Space Nine episode? What was it? Homefront and Paradise Lost.
Yes.
And there was
Yeah.
the Federation president there. Do you remember that character's name and race? Because that's another race that we've only seen one time in the history of Star Trek, as far as I know. And I remember what it is. Does anybody else know this one? Somebody's going to know.
So weird. I always get so confused with this. So I always think that this guy was in DS9 as the president. Because usually, for whatever reason, that's always an episode that's on while I'm going to sleep. So I never look at the screen. My brain has filled this in.
Wow, back of the head's got it. Jerish Inyo.
Yeah.
His last name was Face. Jerish Inyo Face.
Oh,
Nice.
But
he was a dunker.
But what was the race? That's the tough one. What was the race? All right. Anyway, sorry. Anne-Marie, you were saying?
okay. I have some really interesting trivia about this. And it was on my to-do list to look at Memory Alpha, and then Trek Movie reminded me, go check this. There's some cool stuff there. So the name Efrosian was invented by friend of the show, Kirk Thatcher.
Oh,
Hey, that's
Who
cool.
was an associate producer on Star Trek 4.
Right.
In honor of unit production manager Mel Efros.
Amazing.
And it was then confirmed in publicity photos that were put out by Paramount, and Cinema Fantastique covered it and put Efrosian on the little underneath. I think Mark Altman used to work for Cinema Fantastique too.
Ooh. So back of the head in the live chat, does it again. It is a Grazerite. It is, which I felt like was kind of on the nose because he kind of looked like a cow face, and it was called a Grazerite. I was like, all right, that's like George Lucas calling the squid guy Mon Calamari. Remember, they're called him. I was like,
so much.
you guys are, or
Ooh.
Orcations. Right?
Happy birthday to George Lucas, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yes, he's 80 today, Riz.
Oh.
Time marches on.
Stop. He's
Like
not
a
allowed to be that
stormtrooper.
old.
All right.
Yeah.
So Dave Gregory says he did have the moo face. Right. Whoa, everybody. Everybody, get serious here. Star Trek is in the live chat. Hello, Star Trek.
Star Trek.
Good to see you. We're here for you. You are what binds us and brings us together. In the darkness.
Hey, wait. Ooh,
bind
that was
us.
nice. That was a real. Ooh, you're bringing so many references. They're just boom, boom, boom.
That was Star Wars and Lord of the Rings.
That was really good. So
all
many
right.
fandoms all at once.
So we were talking about Efrosians. Matt, would you like to please continue? I think we went all over the place on you while you were telling us a story about them. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, I mean, yeah, like you said, we only saw them the two times. Now, Henry has shared that that it was Kirk that named them, and I don't know. I just think they're kind of cool looking alien. I mean, I think it would be fun. I think it would be fun to play one. I kind of feel like, and I know we're talking about official Star Trek stuff, but I think that, fans have embraced it too. And they may have shown up in a few fan films at some point or another.
I'm sure. I'm not even going to open that memory beta page. I'm sure it's all over books.
Yeah. But they have also been used in books. I know that. I think feel like they're at one point in the Star Trek Titan series with Riker as captain. They had, if I'm remembering correctly, they did something with the Efrosians.
Interesting.
So
I liked there was like cool confirmation too on Ryan. I like sent you the picture of like the confirmation by the episode
Mhm.
writer, which was it's always awesome to see because at first it was just like speculation by Jorg, which anytime he speculates, it's almost always correct.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that guy has such a good eye.
Mhm.
But
I wonder if this is like sports where they leak information that they want to be leaked. So they tell Jorg, they go, "Psst, hey, tweet out that it's an Efrosian." And then Jorg goes,
Nice.
I think it's an Efrosian. People go, oh man, I think maybe. And then the writers are just like, oh, maybe it is,
oh
maybe it
yeah,
isn't.
like I think it might be Cisco Day next Wednesday.
Except for, yeah, by the way, Cisco Day, everybody, May 22nd. It's 8 days away. So get your hashtag and thumbs ready for hashtag the Cisco Day. All right. I felt like that the way I said that made me remember Chris Farley on SNL one time when he was doing the El Nino and he was like, I am El Nino,
Yeah.
which for those of you who don't habla Espanol means the Nino.
Yeah, let me.
Oh my God.
Oh, Chris Farley, gone
Mhm.
too soon. All right.
Mhm.
So what Anne Marie is referring to is in this Trek movie article, they have a comment section and people like to squabble. I don't know if you noticed this, but Star Trek fans like to squabble with one another and say it's an Efrosian and so no, it's a Klingon. It's a both. It's a whatever. And so then we have the actual writer of the episode, one of the two writers that is, Eric J. Robbins says confirmation.
Wait,
She
he's
is
replying to
indeed,
Lorca?
yeah,
Oh,
she's
Captain
replying
Braxton.
to Garth Lorca.
Who are all these people? Captain Braxton?
He says, she is indeed Efrosian. I'm a big fan of Star Trek 6. I hope you all enjoy the episode. It's a fun one. Our director, Emmanuel, knocked it out of the park.
Mhm.
Pretty awesome.
Oh my goodness, is that a
But now,
time inflection?
of course,
Traction.
in a true Star Trek fandom fashion, they continued to argue
Mhm.
whether it was an Efrosian or not, even though the writer of the episode,
Even though the writer said so. You're wrong, but I wrote it.
Yeah.
You're still
Hilarious.
wrong.
then somebody else goes, my money is on Klingon.
Amazing.
But here was something I wanted to point out from that same thing,
Mhm.
that same article. Garth Lorca, again, that's two captains, right?
Ooh,
That's like John Luke
Garth.
Janeway.
nice. Darth Lorca.
Yeah. So check this out. Garth Lorca says, wow, I just
Oh,
realized
yeah, I
something
saw
beautiful.
this.
Yeah.
All the 5 clues are hidden within the worlds of all 5 classic legacy shows. Fred, the Soong type android, TNG, Trill, Deep Space Nine, ISS Enterprise, TOS, Denobulan Weather Station, Enterprise, Badlands, Voyager.
I
I mean,
liked
some of
when
them
Larry then tweet
I saw
responded to
that
that
too.
and was like, I think Badlands more is Deep Space Nine because it's just like that one episode of Voyager. It was like,
Yeah, I would agree.
true,
I
true,
would agree.
Larry, but it's a stretch, but I like it.
Still, it seems like the Discovery Writers Room made a concerted effort to incorporate more legacy Star Trek in
Yeah.
this season, right?
Yes.
We shall award them
I
points
love
for
it.
effort.
Yeah. Okay. So
It's just a good looking episode coming up. I love the like paneling behind the Efrosian. Very excited to see this. I love a good library, so I'm very excited.
Do you like the library? Ooh. Donna Noble is safe.
Are you my mommy?
the only noble I know is in Star Trek. Who is noble?
The what's his face? God, name. Why is his name? Go make it quick. Brain. He's all squirrely and he's mean. And he's a dad, but he's a mean dad. What the hell's God, help?
He's also an actor on Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
He made biting into a tomato crazy.
Mhm.
What?
Mhm.
He played Lord Denethor. His name is John Noble.
Noble. What the hell's he called in Prodigy? I can't remember his name.
Oh,
Uh,
Prodigy. Is he the diviner?
The
Yes,
Diviner.
Yeah,
Thank
Diviner.
you.
Diviner.
God, I'm like,
I was
my
like,
brain
where
was
have I
just
heard
like,
that name before?
mhm.
Okay,
With
Thank
us
you.
energized
so
son.
Interesting.
back to work, everybody. See how I changed it from Doctor Whom talk back into Star
Nice.
Trek talk?
Oh, but
That's
we're
my
gonna change
job.
it
Or
back
Lord of the Rings
soon.
top.
And
I
actually, I
will fight
quoted
you
it, but
with
I
Lord of
quoted
the
it
Rings.
wrong. I said Donna Noble is safe. Noble has been saved is the actual quote. I'm sorry, everyone. Good Lord.
Aw.
Ugh. Donna
Joshua
Noble
Reeve
has
knew it.
been
He said John
saved.
Noble. Good job.
Mhm. Yeah.
All right. So back to work. Let's take a quick look at this actual preview here.
Ooh. Love the preview pics.
Oh my gosh.
Mhm.
Some of them are blowing my mind.
We get to know more about the brain here.
Those old butt heads.
Tony Napo as Primarch Rune. Ha
Hmm.
ha ha.
Oh, that guy's so fun because he's like in so much Canadian TV.
Who is he?
And I love him. He's in like he's in
Don't say
Private
Murdoch
Eyes
Mysteries.
and Murdoch Mysteries, yes. And I think he's in Frankie
He's in a
Frankie
show
Drake
called
too.
Forget About It.
Tony- Oh, jeepers. I haven't seen any of these
Ooh.
shows. Okay, Tony
Strays?
Napo. Now I gotta look him up.
He's in like a few episodes of
He's in The
Murdoch. I love
Dogfather. That's
Murdoch.
hilarious.
Dogfather.
Nice.
Oh yeah, but he was in 3 episodes of Sean Fuller's show, Private Eyes with Nikki DeBoer.
He's been in a lot of the
So
Saw
fun.
movies too.
Oh, I know his face. Although I can't for the life of me. What's he been in? Land of the Dead.
Star Trek. So
Okay.
look at how colorful these books are back
I
here.
know.
That's pretty fun.
Now I'm like, ooh, what are all the titles?
Mm-hmm.
We can't zoom in enough for that.
I
Look
do
at
love a good old
this.
book.
Wow.
Is it Hyrel or Hyrel?
Looks like Hyrel, right? But I don't know.
Yes,
Yeah, I
I think
so.
so. Maybe.
Look how fun
Hyrel.
this is. This helps them
That is
fly.
so freaking cool. Look at the intricacy in that costume.
Yeah,
I
it's
know.
really
Mhm.
Oh, so this is why I remembered Tony Napo's name because I'm following him on Instagram now, and he's such a fun follow. And he put out a post that was like, anytime there's a bunch of brains standing around, you can tell which one's me because I'm the only one with a cape.
That's awesome.
Now that I've seen that, I'm like, A, why does he have a cape?
Mhm.
And B, he's right.
Because
Why
he's the
not?
Primarch.
Exactly.
Okay.
The Primarch
Why
gets
not?
a cape, obviously, everybody
funny.
knows.
Yeah.
Man, look at this. These are amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Wowie.
Oh
Wowie.
my God, I just love that mall called Lock Green Eyes so much. It's so cute. Also, I'm like, how do you guys think of Dorian Gray? Amazing.
There's more library pictures.
Dude, that library is so sexy. I'm gonna hang out
Oh,
there. I love like a nice Gothic library.
I'm very curious. Like this feels like a memory alpha kind of situation that they're in.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking the
Oh.
same thing. Like it
how so?
feels.
Just because it's the Federation database, it reminds me of what
Got
was
it.
it, Mr. Atos from the original series when they go to
Yes.
visit him. Yeah, just seems like if we have a situation where we have a lot of books, given that the Federation, especially in the 32nd century, I wouldn't imagine books are a thing, but memory alpha is the preservation of information for, in the Star Trek timeline, that it would be a
Mhm.
place where you would find books of this nature. That's just my speculation on looking at these images.
Interesting.
Like,
'Cause
I
there's
wonder
that
what they all
that,
are so badly.
that little throwaway bit with Kovich in the paper.
Oh yeah,
What's
with
that?
he likes to use
He
actual
still
paper, like
legal pad,
yeah,
Mhm.
legal pad.
like he's
Yeah.
at the OJ trial. I want to know if they
Okay, I
say
don't know
some
what that
other.
means, but check this out.
Remember,
Back on
like during
Twitter,
it, they used to sell like
Yes.
legal pads that were like, because like their
Elias
lawyers are always on
Tufexis
them.
says, yeah, but check this out. Elias Tufexis says, who plays Locke, he says, I find the last couple episodes of Star Trek Discovery severely lacking.
So cute.
And then he says, I've been waiting all season to make that
Oh
joke.
my God.
What a
That's my
deal.
favorite tweet of the week. It's so
Mhm.
cute.
I
Good
still
stuff.
feel like they've missed out on an opportunity between Locke and Mole to like reference something to rock and roll.
Mm.
Ooh,
Interesting. I've been
Mhm.
seeing a lot of like talk on the internet too in different like
Lock Talk, yeah.
yeah, a lot of actually it is log talk in your Discovery Paramount group where everybody's like, do you think Maul's pregnant? Like, which would be a
Oh,
really
that's a fun one.
interesting,
Mhm.
yeah.
Have we
Which
talked
now I'm
about
like, I want that.
have we talked about
Their
the
love
fact
life? No.
that no, that mall, like the word mall
Oh yes.
is like
Oh
gangster's girlfriend mall,
yeah.
and they're like a
Who?
Bonnie and Clyde type.
So then everybody's like, she's Maul's the mall, or like
Yeah.
Maul's Locke's mall. Like that's
Yeah.
yeah.
Like in old gangster movies, like the gangster's girlfriend is the mall,
I didn't
MOLL.
know that. I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Hmm.
The only mall
It's
I
a
knew was
play on
Richard.
words. Nice.
I like to go to the mall.
Yeah.
That was ooh, that was good. That was a like court trial full reference. Really, really on point. Ryan, very, very nice.
Oh, thank you.
Mhm.
When you've seen a lock, you've seen them all,
Oh
you
my
know?
gosh.
Yes. That was amazing.
Thank
Top
you.
marks. Bloop
We're getting
bloop.
so much done on our serious news show today.
I know. Anne Marie's like, can we move on to the next item up for bid, please?
No, no, no.
Yeah,
I
okay.
just I just got behind on the
So,
live chat, which is very
Mm.
fun.
yeah, okay. So up next, everybody, this is very important. Our friend John Orchiola, that's back of the head of Screen Rant, he writes a nice article. Check this out. This is interesting. And by nice, I think he only writes nice articles. He's not one of those kind of
Mhm.
guys that's like doing hit pieces. But if he did
Yeah.
do a hit piece, it would be on Locke. We all
Oh
know
yeah,
that.
definitely.
He's got it out for that guy. Okay.
Mhm.
It says Star Trek Discovery Sonequa Martin Green is, quote, the best number one Elias Tufexis has ever worked with. Now, he means number one on the call sheet,
Mhm.
not number one as in first officer. Um, Otherwise, Saru would have words. So that's very high praise from Elias Tufexis, who's been on a lot of sets. He says, quote, the best number one on a call sheet is, when referencing Sonequa Martin Green. And yeah, then he talks more about episode 7. But that's the quote. And you should read more about this article on screenrant.com. But basically, this is what we keep hearing from everybody. And I should know. I ask around, I always go like, yeah. What's the dirt on Sonequa? What's the dirt?
Mhm.
What's the story? Does she demand certain kinds of Skittles? What's her situation? Does she think she's Van Halen? What's going on? And everybody's like, Sonequa's just the nicest person. She's a great, leader, which is, usually the number one on the call sheet sets the tone. They're kind of
Mhm.
the leader, or they set the tone all the way down, and everybody says Sonequa was an angel. She's fun, she's amazing, she's strong, she's friendly. She sets up events, celebrates birthday parties and does all that kind of stuff. Matt's like, you guys didn't do that for me yesterday. But well, Sonequa was not on our team. Otherwise, she would have.
Mhm.
Well, I think what's like so amazing about that is that like it's not even people asking because you kind of like have to be in the business or have to have like listened to a lot of behind the scene things to know to ask that. But what's amazing to me is that every actor on that show always says that like one of the first things when they're giving an
Mhm.
interview. Like,
That's how
it
she
really-
wants it. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it clearly like
exactly.
makes
That's
a
part of the
huge
deal.
impression.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, I remember going to STLV in 2019, and
Mhm.
that was my first time seeing her up on stage, and just walking away from that experience thinking, okay, this is a really cool person. Like she
Yeah.
just you know, at times I think it's, you know, when we see people on TV, there's this, like, you kind of put them up on this pedestal, but
Mhm.
when she got up there and talked and related her experiences in life and everything like that, I was just like, wow, this is just a really down to earth, really cool person who like is genuinely interested in the people around her.
Yeah.
Yes. Amazing.
Mhm.
That seems to be the consensus. Here's another one about Star Trek Discovery from ScreenRant.com. Also, John Orchiola. Man, this guy's busy. It reads, Star Trek Discovery actors share a unique bond with Fantastic Four's Michael Chiklis. Now,
I mean, we obviously had to share this.
yes, this is a special thing because on the seventh rule, Aaron Eisenberg used to always mention Michael Chiklis. And Sarek was always like, why are you mentioning Michael Chiklis? And I was always like, whatever, keep talking, everybody. You know, I don't know who that
Well,
guy
he
is.
was
He's the
doing
guy from the Shield.
he was doing the Shield watch.
Mhm.
It was like, this show's
Right.
amazing. This guy's so amazing. So, and after Aaron passed away, I spent a month and did the Shield binge. I have to say, I agree with him. It was a really good show.
Was it really?
Yes. I mean, I thought it was very inspired.
Hmm.
And one thing I learned about LA was how many stray cats you guys have. Like, they're like ubiquitous in the show. And then when we became friends, you do have stray cats who hang out in your yard. And I was like, I learned this from the Shield.
Oh, I've got a plethora of them in the the businesses behind my apartment
Oh,
complex.
Yeah,
this is
it's
so
like an
nice because they
LA
won't
thing, I
freeze
think.
in the winter. That's so nice.
I hope they have their ears clipped or one each.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
But anyway, so when Elias Tufexis was on Seventh Rule, he was talking about Michael Chiklis because they had been staying at the same hotel when Elias Tufexis was shooting in Toronto.
Mhm.
And so then an inside joke became like, well, you only have to go under prosthetics like on your hands and face, but I had to do my full body. And then there were some really cute tweets exchanged after that too. And then Doug Jones got in on it.
You guys ever worn prosthetics?
No, but I've always wanted to.
Mhm. Never.
I can't imagine just because like how uncomfortable were braces and retainers. I can't imagine that like on your whole face and
Or Band-Aids?
body.
I've worn prosthetics a few
Have you?
times. Yeah, I'll tell you. Here what, like did a lot of things, but I'll tell you, you don't know if you're going to be, how you're going to react to it. You don't know if you're going to be claustrophobic or whatever until
Yeah.
they put that thing. Actually, Dr. Larry Nemechek
Oh,
and I
yeah,
were
when you guys
both
were
Tellarites.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
that was a lot of fun. I've also
Did
been
they
a
do a
Romulan.
casting of your face for the prosthetics, or was it just kind of
Nope.
take what they had and
Mhm.
adjust it to your
Yes.
face? Okay.
Yeah, I've got a picture somewhere. or a
Did you have
few
both
pictures.
hands or regular hands? always
Three
like-
finger.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Hello,
And so it was a lot of fun. However, you don't know how you're going to react to it. I didn't, I was fine with it. We sat through the whole thing, did the whatever. But the problem was for me, where it started to bother me was at the end when they were taking it off. Because prosthetics, you can't just be like, all right, we're done, take it off. So it takes like 45 minutes or an hour or something to take it off because they got to get this stuff that takes it off, And so your mind starts to be like, okay, I'm done, but the thing's
Right.
not coming off. That's when it started to feel annoying to me. The rest of the time it was fine. You're just wearing something on your face. but then especially like around the eyelids, and it's like pulling
Mhm.
on your skin, and they're kind of
Oh,
doing this thing, doing this, and you're just kind of ready for it to be off because it's like partially off. You know, when
Yeah.
you're putting it on and wearing it, it's cool and fun. But when it's kind of halfway off, it's
Hmm.
kind of annoying.
When you guys interviewed, oh, who was it? The actor who, oh God, now I can't remember. Deep Space Nine, the like full body, early episodes.
Cost? You think of
Oh,
Cost?
Yes,
Scott
yeah,
McDonald.
Yeah, Scott
yes.
McDonald.
And
Scott
Yeah.
he was
McDonald,
talking
good
about,
stuff. Yeah.
and he was talking about the other actor and how he had like was
Yeah,
fully
yeah.
like found out he was claustrophobic once they got him in the suit. Yeah.
Well,
It's
Doug has
amazing.
stories of like when they would get guys ready, or they get
Mhm.
people ready and they'd have to do those life casts. And sometimes, I mean,
Oh
when they're
yeah.
putting that plaster on your face, you just got a couple straws sticking out of your nose. He
Yeah,
said they had people who would just go into full on panic attacks. So
Yeah.
I can
sure.
only
I could see
imagine.
that. You could totally see that. Like
Mhm.
when you're watching these behind the scenes videos of people doing that, like you get uncomfortable just watching those,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do it.
Plus the whole time I'd be like, oh my God, do I sweat more than normal people? Will like the adhesive like
You
like come
do.
off?
No,
Like,
you're very
or like
sweaty.
when you're taking it
Weird. I've
when
seen
you're
you
taking it
slide.
off.
I've seen you slip
Stop,
off a seat.
Oh my
Like you
God.
sit down on a chair and you slip
Mhm.
off because you're like all
stop.
sweaty. It's really weird.
I feel like that's
You
an
got
added
kicked out of the
stress.
Rio at Star Trek Las Vegas because you're ruining all the chairs
Oh my
in the main
God.
stage.
Mhm.
I know there's no way that's even true because like people go around in all green. There's
That
no
is
way
true.
those chairs are ruined. But
Okay. So in the live chat, our good friend Rico E. Anderson is there. He says, I was on an episode of The Shield.
I
That was my
know.
first TV booking.
Oh, cool.
Whoa, that's awesome.
And a very strange coincidence.
Yeah. Rico, tell us what that role was. What was it? Were you like reporter number 4?
Mm.
Were you
He
like bad
he
guy
was like
wrestling
next
Shield
to he
guy?
was a cop, I think.
Mhm.
Oh,
Next
yeah,
to
he
a
gets a lot of
detective
cop
or
roles.
something.
Mhm.
Hmm. Okay,
You know, in
keep it
Fantastic
rolling.
Four, when they were on the bridge and like all the like reporters are there, there were a lot of Canadian reporters in that scene, and I really like that. Like and entertainment reporters
Oh,
often
Fun.
in
in
what?
the Chickless Fantastic Four.
That's
On the
fun.
bridge?
Yeah. When
I didn't see that.
I
I
can't
didn't see those
remember who
movies.
was something I don't know, something happened, something. Anyway, but I just remember it was great.
Was that the one where Johnny Flamon was like the same guy as Captain America or
Yeah, Chris
something?
Yes.
Evans. Yep.
That's weird. It's confusing.
I know.
One other
I'm
people are
glad I
talking
didn't
about
see
like
that.
prosthetics at conventions, and I was just thinking like I can't wait. One of my favorite things at STLV is like walking around the vendors room and just like getting to watch people getting their makeup professionally done by like John
Mm.
Paladin, or like watching the cruise videos of Thomas Supernaut like putting people in prosthetics, especially
That's
when
awesome.
Mohammed got the Romulan ears.
That was
But
amazing.
it's just like, I mean, it's basically like I could watch them do makeup all day long. It's incredible. Like
Yes,
I
when
wish,
Dr. Muhammad Noor became the party Romulan, his
yeah,
alter
that was
ego.
hilarious.
What?
That's
No way. I need to
incredible.
see pictures of this.
Yeah.
Oh my God, suddenly he was out late, like ramming it up. Yeah.
Dude, he has pictures and video of him in a bathing suit breakdancing because
With
of those ears.
Narissa.
It was Romu Long.
So, oh, by the way, Robert Kaiser's in the live chat and he said, I was right. Henry was right. I was at karaoke and FedCon was a blast. You guys
Amazing.
should be around once karaoke's over.
Mhm.
We need Robert to come to STLV and do some karaoke for us.
I
Yes.
saw his,
He never comes to STLV. He says it's not good enough for him.
he was working at his booth. I think he has like an Outpost 47 or something booth at
Oh, cool.
FedCon. So I saw pictures of him working his table. It was really cool.
Robert
Nice.
Kaiser?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Wow.
He's like a European Trek shop. And then he also says that apparently FedCon sold about 2,500 weekend tickets and additionally 1,000 day tickets on Saturday this year. It's a good
Dang,
amount
that's
of fans.
awesome. That's so cool.
So a little bit more on this story.
Okay.
Star Trek Discovery actors Elias Toufexis and Doug Jones share a special bond with Michael Chiklis. Once again, this is ScreenRant.com, who played the Thing in Fantastic Four and Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer with Doug Jones. Toufexis joined the cast of Star Trek Discovery Season 5 as Locke, a Breen renegade who is one of the season's adversaries, along with his lover, Maul. Of course, Jones is one of Star Trek Discovery's series leads as the noble, hey, there's that word again, noble, Kelpian Captain Saru. All three actors, Toufexis, Jones, and Chiklis, have had to wear copious amounts of prosthetics for their roles. On X, Elias Toufexis shared his memories of running into Michael Chiklis in Toronto while he was filming as Locke in Star Trek Discovery Season 5. Toufexis says Chiklis gave him advice on how to deal with wearing prosthetics since Michael was covered head to toe in orange rubber to play the Thing in the Fantastic Four movies. Check out Toufexis's post below.
So cute.
Okay, well, let's pull that up right quick. He says, here's the tweet from Elias Toufexis. When I was shooting Star Trek, Michael Chiklis and I were staying at the same hotel. Many mornings he gave me advice on dealing with prosthetics. My favorite was, quote, "You have to do your head and hands? Fuck you. I had to do my whole body."
That's amazing.
He's a
so
legit
I had no
good
idea
dude.
he was that rock guy.
Right, he was the rock guy.
I didn't know that. I just
Like
knew
Axl
him
Rose.
from The Shield.
All right. So anyway, everybody go check that out. Lots of good information there at Screen Rant. Oh, wait. There's more to this story. On that same Twitter post, the Doug Jones responds, "Yes, I love Michael. When we, blast." He says, "I love Michael. When we filmed Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer, he called me his brother under rubber as we were both entombed head to toe. Brother under rubber."
So cute.
Fun.
I like that. I mean, you
So
know,
sweet.
Why?
in it, well,
They had a rather elastic bond.
Okay. Yeah. Long lasting. All right. Well, that's good. Good job, everybody. Good stuff there. So up next, everybody at home, let us know. Have you seen the what was it, Fantastic Four and then Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer? I have not seen either one, but I know Doug Jones, of course, played the Silver Surfer. Have you guys seen it?
Yeah,
How was it?
fine.
it was okay. Yeah.
It seems to be the
mean-
consensus.
Yeah. I have notes.
Yeah, I have some notes.
Oh, wait, we skipped ahead. When we were talking about the Efrosian, everybody, we were supposed to show
We got
Jenny R.
distracted.
Johnson's
right.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah.
wall. Here it is.
It's just
Oh my
So
God.
part of my wall because I had one whole big wall that was like my Star Trek wall. And this is at the beginning of the Star Trek wall in 1992. I was like 12 years old.
Oh my God, the Patrick Stewart glamour shots are
Oh yeah, those are from
amazing.
TV Guide. Those are like cut out of TV Guide.
That's
Um,
awesome.
And they're like early Deep Space Nine episode pictures.
Do you still have this
That
wall?
is
Is this
so
wall still in
hunky.
existence?
No. This was in my parents' house.
So this is just an old picture?
Yes. Yeah, I have these pictures on my wall in my studio because I'm doing really cool Star Trek stuff now, and I like
Nice.
to remind myself like
Oh.
where it all started. Oh,
Oh.
and that
Oh my
that
God, the
Riker
bookmarks.
that Riker postcard is like I have it still. And yeah, the bookmarks, and I had like a special Star Trek 6 magazine that I chopped up and put all over the wall. And I started getting like Star Trek communicators, so I was getting those. We're almost at the Will Wheaton section coming up.
Oh my God, this is like all these memories unlocked.
I
Like
know,
we had
right?
those bookmarks at Walden Books at the mall.
Mhm.
I was gonna say I
Oh
had the
my God, I
Picard
always
one.
wanted those.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I had the full set. But this is the beginning, and I only had 3.
This is the best thing ever.
And actually, up above them, it's really blurry. But I have everybody's signatures. Only like I wrote them
That's so cool.
because I was 12. You know,
Epic.
where the hell did Ryan go?
I think he
You know what's so
maybe
cool
he
about
went
this?
to go
Like
get something.
it
Mhm.
makes me think of like, you know, you remember back to, you know, before, I don't know, I mean, Star Trek fans when before we had the internet
Yes.
and all those, you know, all the really, really cool things that we had back in the
Mhm.
90s. And you know,
Yeah.
and this is like this is like a time capsule for it.
Exactly.
It's so incredible.
And
my
there's your
little-
Efrosian.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And my little
the Kurtwood Smith, yeah.
yeah. The Kurtwood Smith. I've got my little Will Wheaton shrine there.
This guy.
Oh
So
my
Yeah,
God, this
there
is
and above
so
and above. There's
amazing.
3 of them.
Oh my gosh. This
so
is
I just ran off for
incredible.
a second because I saw these.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, please say you have one.
Your 3 bookmarks. Look, there's one
Mhm.
blue, gold, and red. And it looks
And I have
like
them all
Crusher,
later.
Data, and
Yep.
Picard.
hmm
Peabody. So the reason I jumped off was because I was like, whoa, she's got cool, whatever those things are, bookmarks, I guess.
Yeah.
Guess you need a book for that. And I was like, I think I got some bookmarks my damn self.
It's awesome.
But they're all Lord of the Rings
Oh.
bookmarks.
That's amazing.
Look at this. It's Grima Wormtongue.
Wow.
Oh, I thought that
You
was
have
a
a
Star Trek-
Wormtongue one.
Star Trek actor Brad
Yes,
Dourif.
he
He
is.
was crewman Suter in a couple
Oh, I'm
episodes.
He
listening.
is. Yeah.
Right. And we also have Gandalf.
Very nice. That's wonderful.
Me like trying
2
to be
eyes,
impressed.
as often as I can spare them.
Okay, but wait, you weren't even that young when you
And
collected these.
Saruman. You don't have to be young to collect
Bookmarks?
bookmarks. You just have to
Mhm.
lie to yourself and say, I'm going to read some books someday.
Okay.
Nice.
Saruman.
Saruman.
Oh.
Saruman. You know not fear. You know not, whatever he says up on.
You have elected the way
tower.
of pain.
It's funny. I've got another
Yes,
picture
good.
that has like the same wall, only more later on.
This is the
Like where it's
greatest wall
expanded.
ever.
Boromir. Look, this one has a ring, which is
Ooh.
is
Actually, kind of.
mean and ironic because
It
he's the only
is.
one that could never really get the ring, but he always wanted it. Remember?
Oh,
When he goes like,
jeez.
he goes, it is a gift. And they're like, no,
Yeah.
keep away. He's like, I care not.
Yeah, it's on my
And then the
bookmark.
last one is just generic orcs.
Nice. Just a generic orc.
Oh, that's
really
what it
nice.
Where
is.
there's a whip, whoosh, there's a way.
Very nice.
That's amazing.
That's like from the
Oh my
animated
God, I
one,
thought
The
right?
orcs were
animated
something
one,
from like the
yep.
Jetsons.
You guys,
That has been burned into my brain since I was a kid.
we are Frodo with the 9 fingers and the ring of doom. Okay. So I guess since it happened organically, we should talk
Uh-huh.
about Lord of the Rings news.
Definitely.
Did you guys hear that there is a new, what the heck is that? That's
The
not
noise?
right.
Oh,
No.
my cat's
Uh,
turning around on the paper bed that he's on. He's like crumple, 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 crumple.
So the big news is, we'll just go to variety.com. This is for Anne Marie because you've never even watched Lord of the Rings, I bet.
Yeah, I guess I missed this. No, I watched like the first one with my high school boyfriend.
And you loved it? The Hobbit or Lord of the Rings?
Whatever the first movie was.
All right.
Lord of the Rings, I think.
Warner Brothers to release new Lord of the Rings movie, The Hunt for Gollum in
Oh, I thought this was
2026.
a joke.
Oh,
No.
I didn't know what it. Oh,
That's
Peter
amazing.
Jackson to produce and
Oh.
Andy Serkis to direct. Apparently, it looks like it's going to be actually 2 movies.
of course. it
So
is.
maybe The Hunt for Gollum 1 and The Hunt for Gollum 2, who knows, in 2026. So it's 2 years away. Maybe it'll be Christmas because they like to release things around Christmas. So it'll be 2.5 years. But Andy Serkis is going to direct,
Mhm.
and that's huge. he's presumably going to play Gollum, right?
One
Why
would
wouldn't
think,
he?
yes.
I would hope so, yeah.
And
At
Peter
least voice
Jackson
him.
and his writing team, the two other ladies, can't remember their names.
Mhm.
I think one's name is maybe Philippa. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not.
let's see.
Anyway, I
Mhm.
guess I could just read this article and tell you right now. It is Peter Jackson and writer Fran Walsh and Philippa
Right.
Boyens.
Yeah,
Right.
yep.
So they're going to be releasing, I believe now it's come out that it's going to be 2 movies,
Yeah.
and it's called The Hunt for Gollum.
I didn't know that. That's really interesting.
his titles, precious.
Right.
Because there
Right,
is
that
a whole
guy.
story there. I was trying to figure out like what, okay, it's a Gollum movie, but it's like, what's it gonna be? But now it makes sense. That's actually
Yeah, I thought you showed me that as a joke.
I would never joke about Lord of the Rings.
What
That's
I'll never
Lord, you're
understand
Lord
is
of the
like,
Wrongs,
okay,
is
what
what
I
you
don't
are.
understand is like, why is that a movie, but then like Jar Jar Binks can't get a movie? Like, they're like the same level of annoying.
Come on. Oh, you get an F for that. That is all right. We got to do a poll
although
here
both
for
of them
that.
have very important roles in history.
Exactly. Miss, I don't
Oh my
understand,
gosh.
Anne-Marie.
When I saw like both
Jar
of
Jar
those
Binks
movies,
called for a vote
I
of
was
no
like, what?
confidence.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
true. He did do that.
He screwed everybody. Oh,
Okay, so we have a poll in the live chat. The
yes.
question is Gollum, quote, as annoying as Jar Jar Binks? The options are no way, come on, or yep.
Oh my gosh.
Or it's not that I'm saying they're both annoying. I'm saying why is one considered annoying and why is one
Dude,
considered not?
Gollum, this is not even the same.
Okay.
This is like saying this is like comparing Neelix to Spock. You're like
Yeah, but I
saying,
love Neelix.
yeah, okay,
More and
you
more.
do, and we all love Neelix, but they're different. They're very different types of characters.
Yes.
Spock is not annoying to the crew, except for maybe to Bones. Okay.
Mhm.
Anyway, so this is going to be amazing. My guess is that because there's like 10 or 15 years during the Lord of the Rings
Mhm.
trilogy, while they're that Strider and maybe Gandalf, or maybe it was Gandalf and Strider, I think,
Yeah.
were looking for Gollum.
Mhm.
So I'm assuming this just follows the hunt for Gollum. And then remember when he gets captured and he's like, Shire, Baggins, and like
Yeah.
he gets captured, so it might be
Mhm.
what we whisk through in 20 or 30 seconds
Yeah.
in the books and in the movies. They might just say, well, what did he go through? And the people that were chasing after them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that
because in the
is
books, wasn't that like that was a several month process or years anyway?
years.
Years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. From Bilbo's birthday to when Gandalf comes back is
Wasn't it like 30
years.
years or something like that? It was crazy. It was a crazy amount of time.
I think it's 17 years, but don't
Mhm.
quote me on that, because remember at first it was as Anne-Marie knows, his 111st birthday.
Yeah.
No admittance unless under party business.
Yes.
Right.
And especially not the Sackville
This is
Bagginses.
hilarious.
And Anne-Marie, it's not the family is not the Proudfoots, right? It's Proud Feet.
Oh, it was 17 years.
Oh, you
Nice.
Googled it? Cool.
Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah.
that was
It was
fast.
17 years, yeah.
Wow.
Mhm.
17
So Frodo
years.
was turning 33 and he was approaching 50 when Gandalf showed up again.
Mhm.
In the
Right,
book.
because he was approaching the age that
Right.
Bilbo was when he first ventured out, which was 50.
Yeah.
And in the movie, it was Elijah Wood. I mean, I wouldn't, but Elijah would. And
And then between when Gandalf saw him and then when he saw him again,
Ah.
you haven't aged a day.
yes, that's right. He did say that.
Mhm.
He did say that. Anyway.
I hope everyone in the live chat's enjoying this.
They
Wonderful
are.
they-
People are
conversation.
confirming. 17
Yes.
years.
Yes, Allison Leach Hyde, very good.
Amazing.
Everybody's let us know your favorite Lord of the Rings quotes. It could be from the books. It could be from the movies. My favorite quote in a funny way is Boromir going, "It is a gift."
It's a good one,
Because
yes.
in the
Well,
original
that's how you
theatrical
say
version, he goes, "It is a gift," and which is funny. And my friends and I used to have some good times joking about that.
Mhm.
But then in the extended versions of the Lord of the Ring, the Fellowship of the Ring, the first movie, it's gone. They extended the movie an hour, but they cut out that
Mhm.
line.
They
Like,
took out that? Really?
yeah, watch the extended version. They cut that line out. It was just gone.
Why?
So they extended the movie, but they cut out, like, why did you cut something
Yeah.
out to extend the movie? I was very distraught.
Yeah,
It was
Yeah.
not a gift.
it was not a gift.
Okay.
Hilarious.
Favorite Lord of the Rings quotes, eh?
Yeah.
Always like,
Um,
you're going to need people of intelligence on this sort of mission quest
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah,
Very good.
mine
I like when
is
I like when Gollum
um,
goes, "Stupid fat hobbit," right? Emery, you do it.
I was like, what is Tato's precious?
Oh, yes. We're gonna
Mhm.
get all of that, you
Yeah.
guys.
That's going to be so great.
Mhm.
Amazing.
Oh man, alive.
Mine is we only have to no, all we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given to us.
Oh,
Yes.
that is, yeah.
Mhm.
Mm,
Mhm.
yes.
And if I ever get
See.
mad at somebody, I always say, fool of a took.
Yes.
Yes.
Throw yourself in next time and rid us of your stupidity.
Mhm.
Oh man, Anne-Marie's having the time of her life
That's
right now.
amazing.
If Anne-Marie were a Lord of the Rings character,
Mm.
who would she be?
Mm.
Maybe Pippin? No, I like Pippin. I don't mean it like that. Although I will say I liked Pippin more in the books than in the movies. In the movies, they
Mhm.
kind of depicted him. They turned him and Gimli, two of my favorite characters,
Mhm.
into just like comic relief. Whereas in the books, they were really good characters, Gimli and Pippin.
Pippin got
Pimpin.
his moment later.
Oh my
I
gosh.
just
I
see
love Back
Anne
of the
Marie as
Head.
an Eowyn.
Mhm.
No.
Back of the Head said, "What about second breakfast?" That line
Exactly.
really speaks to me.
Mhm.
That's a
That's gonna-
big one.
That is
That
perfect.
that one
That's
that
perfect
one
for John.
revolutionized the world there. The second
His
breakfast.
breakfast.
breakfast
What
posts
about
are of
elevensies?
legend.
Luncheon,
I
afternoon
don't think I've heard of
supper.
those either,
Mhm.
Pippin.
Yeah. Oh man, life is weird. Okay, anyway.
Actually,
So our
Billy
number,
Boyd threw a breakfast reference into like it was in the dialogue in Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are Dead. There was, but he said it like Pippin in the
what was
play.
it?
I can't remember what the line was, but it was a direct like Hobbit reference, which was lovely
Awesome.
and
That's
greatly
cool.
We've had
appreciated by
one
the
breakfast,
audience.
but what about
Mm.
second breakfast?
Mhm. Hmm.
Huckleberry Fairy.
I love that. I love that so much.
Anne-Marie is like checking up on her sports scores right now. She
Oh,
is
man.
she
No,
is
I'm gonna have
I
gone.
to-
was
She
Googling
is
what
Mhm.
a Galadriel is.
oh,
Galadriel?
Galadriel.
Or a
Galadriel, yeah.
Galadriel.
Ish.
Is that like Kate Blanchett? Ah.
Uh,
I'm gonna have to do a rewatch of I love those movies.
Oh yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I usually
I
only
can
do
s-
once a year, but I
How
wanna
is there not a
know.
Lord of the Rings like dedicated convention? Or is
I'm
there?
sure there's some.
There must be in New Zealand.
Okay, so let's turn this back into
Oh
Star
yeah,
Trek.
and the New Zealand show I watched, Brokenwood Mysteries, they always like in the background or like just passing through town or like the Lord of the Rings tours of like
Hmm.
the
I
tourists.
so want to do that. I
So
like
But they
that is on
exist.
my
That's like
bucket list.
real.
They're
Yeah,
still
Yeah.
going,
legit.
yeah.
Yeah. A bunch of the Star Trek
So
actors went on one
Oh,
when
that's
they were all at the
right.
convention, yeah, over the winter.
So
Sorry, Ryan.
cute.
no, my question is,
Oh, I brought back to Star Trek.
which actors are in both franchises, Lord of the Rings and Star Trek? We know John Noble.
Mhm.
We know Brad Dourif.
Mm-hmm.
Carl Urban.
Good question.
Carl Urban, very good.
Mhm.
That's number 3. I think
Is it only the three?
Hmm. Hmm.
Let's see.
Sean Bean has not been in Star
No.
Trek because he would have died
Game of Thrones, yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure.
How has this not been a Screen Rant article?
Maybe it
Mm.
should be. Who will be the fourth? Yeah, that should be the article. Predictions on who will be
Oh, I
the
like that.
fourth Star Trek into Lord of the Rings. Like Chris Pine will be like
Or-
a dwarf.
Or the fourth Lord of the Rings into Star Trek. Maybe we will bring someone over. Like a Hugo Weaving or a
The Trek side.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Miranda Otto.
Very good. That's
That
Eowyn.
would be cool, yeah.
I mean,
What about all the guys in The Hobbit, all the dwarves? That was a lot of fun to see, but I don't remember any of them being in Star Trek. Okay. Anyway, oh wait. Allison Leach Hyde says John Rhys Davies,
yes!
Reese,
Oh yeah,
Reese.
yeah.
Yes, he was like
He was
Leonardo da Vinci.
Leonardo.
Da Vinci, Maestro.
Yes, very
Yes!
good.
Allison Leach
Bloop, bloop,
Hyde.
bloop
Yes!
for Allison. Yeah,
Life is
Baby.
good again. I
Good
was
knowledge, good
worried that
knowledge.
life was going to be sad, but
Oh, yeah.
there we go. We did it, everybody. We win the Star Trek Lord of the Rings game.
Yeah.
Allison Leach Hyde coming through in the clutch. It's Reese. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah,
that's
John
like the
Rhys
Discovery
Davies,
character, Lieutenant
Mhm.
Reese. Okay. Moving on. If you guys can think of any others, let us know. Back of the head says Chris Pine was in Dungeons and Dragons. It's very
Yes, he
close.
was.
Good enough. We'll take it. All right. Gimli, she says.
Oh my God.
So
Jeremiah
upbeat.
from
And,
Twitter, he made like a video of like Da Vinci and Janeway and they're like action figures, and then she's like shouting Maestro, Maestro. It's so funny, and then they dance. So good.
So
That's funny.
trekmovie.com on a website called twitter.com. That's interesting.
Ooh.
Tweets out on this day, Star Trek TNG's Sarek brought the return of Mark Leonard to the franchise. The Next Generation Companion by Larry Nemeczek quotes Michael Piller saying that making this story about Sarek helped, quote, bring home the idea that even the greatest of men is subject to mental illness. End
I
quote.
love that episode.
Oh, it's so good.
Illogical! Illogical!
There's some like on Memory Alpha, there's some really beautiful other beautiful quotes and like thoughts that people are working through that have been like taken from different interviews over the years, but especially around that time. And one, maybe Michael Piller, somebody or else Mark Cushman was saying that it actually ended up being like a really moving allegory because at the time, like Gene Roddenberry was sicker and sicker, even though it wasn't necessarily like as public knowledge. Because he passed away in 1991.
Yeah.
So it actually like you could kind of like it like took on a graver like feeling on set. Oh, what an episode. I love it so much. I can't wait for Seventh Row to cover it. And it'll be airing on Seventh Row's YouTube channel in a week or two.
Yes, it will be airing on May 26th. It'll be fun. We'll be recording that one shortly.
It's one of those
And
ones
that
where,
one, by
like,
the
I
way,
remember watching it the first time. It was such a like
me too.
It actually had like a really crazy high Nielsen rating, which you can look up the statistics on Memory Alpha. Like a crazy amount of households watched it because it was advertised. Like they had really tried for TNG, like not to be discussed, or sorry, for Star Trek characters not to be discussed on Next Generation. But then they finally like caved with Sarek, and it just I think it was like kindergarten, like spring of kindergarten or first grade. It just like such good memories watching this one.
I think the thing that had the highest Nielsen rating was, the highest Nielsen rating was, I believe it was, of course I'm serious, and don't call me Shirley.
Nice.
It works.
It was
You just
really
gotta
good.
you got to connect the dots a little bit.
Okay.
Thank you. But I just
That
want
was
to say
really
that
good.
episode, Sarek, is sponsored by Bill Erickson, aka War Dog Heim. So when you watch that review, just know that review was brought to you by War Dog Heim.
That's awesome.
Very good of him. Okay, we're closing out the poll. It started a lot of fights in the live chat. People were really
Wait, really fast. Back of the head says Mark Leonard was one of the first celebrities he ever met. He worked at mailboxes, etc., on 6th and 13th in New York City in 1996, and Mark used to come in.
Oh my
That's
goodness!
amazing! I love
Ooh,
that
small world
so much.
And then the next thing he says is Liv Tyler was the second celebrity he met at the same place.
Oh
Lord of the
God.
Rings. We did it, you
That's
guys. Back to Lord of the
crazy.
Rings.
Nice.
All right.
Amazing.
Or Aerosmith related and whatever we want to do there.
Nice.
So is Gollum as annoying as Jar Jar Binks, as Anne-Marie says? Shockingly, 31% said yes. Do you even LOTR, bro? Come on.
Today on the One Ring.
Yeah, seriously. The owner ring. All right. Here we go. We're going to finish this up. We're going to finish strong here. But that's really cool about Sarek. I do remember that first time I watched it. It was one of the first episodes I'd seen of Star Trek. I remember because it was very memorable. I was like, whoa, Spock's dad. Oh, that's cool. And at first I was like, why is he acting all dumb? But then it was really nice. You know, it's really a powerful.
Oh my
That's what it
God.
was. It was powerful.
Yes. And I don't even know if I'd ever seen like an adult man cry on TV before. And just like, that's why it really sticks out in my brain is like,
Are there any other kind of men?
so moved. You know what I mean?
Than an adult
it just
man?
wasn't a thing that like on American television really existed.
That reminds me of when my friend said, I have a bunch of baby kittens. If anybody if anybody wants to adopt them. And I was like, oh, do you have any adult kittens? She's like, no, just baby ones. I'm like, I just left it alone.
Nice.
Anyway, sorry, that was a good story, Anne-Marie, and you told it well.
Good.
And you told it
Plus,
well.
I love when they have classical music in 10 forward. It's one of my favorite things.
Okay. Everything we know about Star Trek Strange New Worlds.
Can we do the Doctor Who one?
No. Oh, did I miss that? Did I accidentally? I'm sorry, but
I got a Disney
too much about Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, but I got a Disney Plus subscription today so that I can understand this article.
That's amazing.
What?
I think
Okay, Doctor
$7.99 for this.
Ooh. I forgot I have. Oh wait, there. You know. Oh, there. I have my special collector's edition from episode 1.
Oh,
From
I love your stuff.
Thanks. I keep everything. I never throw anything away.
Scary.
Yeah. Well, maybe not everything.
All right, we've got a poll in the live chat that's going to decide this for you, Anne-Marie. The question is, what do you like better, Lord of the Rings or Doctor Who? I'm worried about this one. I'm not confident.
Unlike Lord of the Rings, Doctor Who actually had a Star Trek tie-in. Like
Lord of the Rings, we have 4 actors in it.
Yeah, but it actually had Star Trek.
And Peter Jackson played a Tellarite maybe one day.
I could totally see that.
Yeah.
I would be on board for it.
All right. So, Anne-Marie, here's your story. It's let's see. Doctor Who Trek. Let's hear it. We're ready. This is from Cinema Blend. Oh, our good friend Mick Jost, friend of the show, Mick Jost.
Yeah, we love
incredible
him.
writer.
He was just on a Trek Culture episode too.
Oh, we love Trek Culture. Russell T. Davies wishes Star Trek and Doctor Who could cross over and confirmed the steps he's taken to make it easier.
So what's been really cute with Picard, especially season 3, is that Russell Davies had like he and Terry Matalas and Sean Tretta, they would like go on each other's posts on Instagram and like be such fanboys for each other. That was amazing. It was so cute, especially like Russell Davies loving Picard so much. And everybody in Doctor Who fandom has been so excited for Russell T. Davies to come back because he's just such a great writer. Yeah. And so basically, okay, their numbering for episodes is weird. I think season this new season officially started this week, even though there was a Christmas special. So like 2 episodes just dropped, and the first one called Space Babies actually referenced Star Trek like by name. And let me just tell you what the actual quote was. Basically, like the new companion, I think her name's Rose, and then the new doctor are like going on a new adventure, and they're like somewhere in the future out in space. And okay, so wait, what is her name? It's not Rose, obviously. It's
Rose McGowan,
The companion?
Rose? Yeah, who's the new
I haven't seen the
companion?
new ones
Guns
yet.
and Rose.
Okay.
Can't remember what her name is.
Like blocking on it.
Ruby.
Well, she's
Ruby.
yes, Ruby. Okay, yes. Thank you. And she goes, aha, is that like a matter transporter like in Star Trek? Like specifically says Star Trek. And then the doctor chuckles and says, let me read my screenshots. We gotta visit them one day. Shut up, Brian.
Awesome.
That's so cute to say. So like basically everybody's all like a buzz because he made Star Trek actually part of the Doctor Who universe.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So
That's awesome.
it's adorable and everybody wants a crossover.
Wait, her name's Ruby
Beyond the
Sunday.
comic books. Oh,
I feel like
love
they missed
Ruby.
an opportunity by calling her Ruby Tuesday.
Yeah,
I'm sure that'll get brought up.
That was very fun and entertaining.
Shut
Doctor
up,
Who.
it's amazing.
No,
To
you're
make
right,
it
and
the
you're
same
winning in the
universe?
poll right now. By the way, you're
Oh
winning.
shit.
So.
Vote for me.
All right. So also ScreenRant.com, Mark Donaldson and John Orchiola write Star Trek Strange New World Season 3, Everything We Know. Here's the summary. Star Trek Strange New World Season 3 filming began in December of 2023 and is expected to last until May
Hold on.
2024.
Bob D reported the poll.
He reported it?
Oh, no.
How do you report a poll?
I don't know. He said he did. I didn't get an alert, but
There's,
that's
there's 3 little dots up there that says
I would do
report poll
that.
or dismiss it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that is so funny. Okay, sorry. Continue.
And okay, through May, so they should be just about done. They're probably doing season 10 or episode 10 right now. Strange New World season 3 likely won't premiere until 2025, but the show has been renewed for season 4. Season 3. What?
Sorry. I was gonna say they are filming like this week they are filming the finale because they let Anson Mount go to FedCon
FedCon. Oh yeah,
FedCon.
somebody's. I think
Like,
Rashid said this
for-
here.
for the
Yeah.
weekend, basically. But
Oh,
but
Bob
they're
says
in the
he's
middle of
joking.
filming. Yeah.
And did he say that it's episode 10? Because it feels like it's
Yes.
episode 10.
Also, I have a
based on everything
second.
they've said.
I have a secondary source that also confirms that.
Nice.
Yeah. And I think
Got it.
Rashid said that like in the live chat earlier.
And Strange New Worlds won't premiere until 2025, but we've been renewed for season 4. And season 3 will explore the fate of Captain Battelle and the captured Enterprise crew, as well as introduce Nurse Chapel's fiance, Roger Corby, and
Oh my
other
God.
exciting storylines.
Oh my God, I want that so badly. I've been dying for that ever since I saw that episode.
I really want to see
little girls
him
weirdo.
be not an old
loser?
weirdo.
Yeah, I'm like,
It's gonna
when
be
you
great.
when you see what her little girl's made of, you're like,
Oh my God, yeah.
Why would she ever be engaged
I know.
with this loser?
So Nurse Chapel has Roger Corby, her fiance. Spock has T'Pring, right? But then they
Take
also
some time to
kind
think about
of,
what he did.
but then they're kind of like vibing with each other. That's very naughty Star Trek. Very exciting Star Trek.
Little
Are
reprise
people-
of I'm the X.
Yeah,
Ooh,
right.
nice.
Are people shipping Spock and Chapel, or are they saying no, they're taken? They should be
Oh, no,
doing their
they're
own thing.
Totally
Okay,
shipping
I
them.
have to say, I've been shipping them this whole time, but then like towards the end of season 2, the magic kind of started being gone after like I didn't like how
After she
They were
broke up
so
with him
happy
during a
together.
song.
yeah, like they were so happy together, and then immediately like who was it? Spock had seen the future, or like they got a future hint in those old scientists that they weren't together, and then it kind of like kind of like wrench in the works.
It was already fizzling because she was having issues also. And he was like, I want to help. And she was like, no way.
Yeah, I was so
Get outta
happy
here.
for them. That's sad.
Mhm.
So now I kind of want to see them like her move on and be happy with somebody else. But
Mm.
Roger Corby better be cooler this time.
I want her to be independent and not rely on a man.
So
Mhm.
real quick, there's a big announcement
But have
from
fun adventures.
creationentertainment.com. Amory, what's that announcement?
Okay, so they are just like upping the number of celebrity guests every day, basically, and a bunch just dropped today. And they happen to be
Nice.
some Strange New Worlds people who we love.
Mhm.
Like, I just got an email saying that they're going to be photo ops with this duo too, the medical team from Strange New Worlds, Dr. Mbenga and Nurse Chapel together.
Oh, good.
Ow!
I know.
Nice.
So good.
Oh, he's so gorgeous.
It reads, we're pumped to announce Babs, Olusanmokan,
So dreamy.
and Jess Bush will be attending, participating in panel discussions, taking photo ops, including a duo photo op and signing autographs. That is going to be so cool. Look at these two
I love them
superstars.
together. They're like such cute friends.
Yeah.
Babs for president. Wait, no, he doesn't live in this. Well, whatever country. I think he's in the UK, but you're right. He's dreamy. That's an
He's
amazing
so gorgeous.
headshot.
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
it
his
is.
accent.
And he's like a super like
Brazilian
MMA fighter too.
Yeah,
Like
Oh
Brazilian
yeah, that's
jiu-jitsu,
right.
yeah.
I forgot
Yeah.
about that part. Oh, he's gorgeous.
Yeah.
mhm.
He just has such a like nice way about him when he's his bedside manner is so great in a way that some Star Trek doctors isn't, which I find like very compelling.
Mhm.
That's what we should do on Star Trek and Chill. We should rate the doctors by bedside manner.
Ooh, I like that. That's a great
Best
idea.
to worst.
Mhm.
Some are so bad.
Yeah, like
Freaking
Bones.
Bones. Oh my God. Bashir, when he's like,
Phlox.
I've seen you without your clothes. It's like, dude, bro.
Didn't Bashir actually have like
It's
Jadzia
disgusting.
Dak, or he had somebody
He, like,
come in for
dated
a
a
physical
patient.
to ask her out on a date or something?
Yeah,
What was
yes.
that? He did. He's like,
He
it's
did
time for your
this so many
physical, and
times.
while he's doing the physical, he's like, so you want to go out on a date? And she's like, okay, so you, okay, I don't even want to get into those details.
Yeah, awful.
I bet you peaked.
Yeah, well, that's how he decided, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, pretty bad. So he gets last place. Anyway, let's talk about this week, everybody. Yesterday on the
Oh, but
7th,
really fast, there was one other big one that I was really excited about. Daniel Davis, Moriarty himself
is he?
got announced, which
Oh,
I
how
missed that
also I'm
one.
like, which I'm also like, oh my God, the nanny fandom also. Just, and you know, like how they're always cosplayers as like Sherlock Holmes and Mr. Watson. I just can't wait for those pictures to come
Ooh,
out.
yeah.
Like
Oh
it's
my
gonna
gosh, that's gonna
since
be
he's
fantastic.
especially like all photo ops are amazing, but the ones where people are still recognizable as like the person in the episode, those are gonna be great photos. They're already gonna get my favorite votes.
That's
Okay,
awesome.
sorry to interrupt. I'm just
Not
so
at
excited
all.
about that one.
Love that, dude. Okay. So here we go. Yesterday on the 7th Rule YouTube channel, we released our full review of Sins of the Father. Check that one out. So that full review is available right now on the 7th Rule YouTube channel. Then on Thursday on the 7th Rule YouTube channel, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, we've got our review of Season 5, Episode 8, Star Trek Discovery, the brand new episode that drops with the writers of the episode, Lauren Wilkins and Eric J. Robbins. That's going to be so cool.
Oh my
This coming
God.
Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern Time on the 7th Rule YouTube channel.
I can't
Check
wait.
that out. We're going to be talking about Efrosians the whole time, probably, and Lord of the Rings. And then on Friday at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, come right back to this virtual TrekCon channel right here live for Star Trek and Chill. We might be talking Doctor's Bedside Manner. We might be talking Star Trek, but we'll be talking and having a beverage and chilling. Then on Sunday at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern Time, on the Seventh Rule YouTube channel, we've got our first segment review of The Most Toys, TNG Season 3, Episode 22. The Most Toys, Season 3, Episode 22, on the Seventh Rule YouTube channel. I'm going to give you a hint. Better episode than I expected. It's actually pretty good.
It's great.
Oh my God, it's so
That's
good.
pretty good. Pretty darn good.
Terrifying when you're little.
Mhm.
And then next week,
And still.
looking ahead, the Cisco Day. Get your hashtags ready. Oh, that reminds me of, what are those French fries that look like this too?
What is
Those
it?
called? Steak
the
fry,
waffle
not steak.
fries.
Waffle
Oh, wait,
fries.
waffle fries,
Oh
yeah.
my God, it's so good.
Love waffle
Mm,
This
I could
bar
go
that I
for
used to
some
go to used to
waffle
make
fries.
nachos on top of those.
Yes, we used to have those at
Wow.
school. They'd have make your own waffle fries.
No, those are nachos.
Ooh, yeah, they are.
Oh my gosh.
Hands off my waffle fries, bro.
Yeah,
I'll just like
sounds
some
delicious.
spoiler alerts for Cisco Day. Like it's shaping up to be really good, but we're gonna have a special from our friends at Trek Culture, all the way from
Ooh.
Ireland. And we're also
Yay.
another one that I just got confirmed is Sci-Fi Sisters are going to do a live show with Derek Tyler Attico from the
Nice.
autobiography of Benjamin Sisko, talking about like how that sort of like changes their view of Cisco. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's going to be so good. And obviously, like one of my favorite parts of Cisco Day is when it starts trending on Twitter and everybody starts sharing their like Deep Space Nine fan art.
Mhm.
Oh, I love that. I can't wait.
And a special violin number by Boimler. Wait, no.
Oh,
But you can imagine.
Mhm.
I call this one the emissary.
so yes, get ready for Wednesday.
That reminds me of another Chris Farley when he goes, when Adam Sandler goes, no, he didn't. He goes, well, no, he didn't. But you can imagine what it'd be like.
But you can imagine. Everybody on the
Yeah.
bus? Great, Brad, wonderful. No yelling on the
There it
bus.
is.
Veronica Vaughn.
Very good. Amory, you need to brush up on your Chris Farley and your Lord of the Rings. This is shameful. Okay. Anyway, that's it for us, everybody, this week.
Oh, one last thing.
another
on
last.
Sorry,
You can't say one last thing twice.
Last thing. Bio Trekkie Explains, our friend Dr. Mohammed Noor. He and Jane Brooke will be having their show on Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern. Bio Trekkie and the Admiral, where they talk about episodes 7 and 8 of Discovery.
10 a.m. Pacific time on Sunday. That is a great addition.
Mhm.
Worthwhile of a second
Yes.
final
One more
thing.
thing.
Like it's like second breakfast.
It's like Columbo.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like second breakfast.
All right. Matt Boardman, can you tell everybody where they can find you online, please?
You can find me on Twitter at TopGunMB and also lurking in the various Seventh Rule groups on Facebook.
Nice. And yourself, Jenny Art Johnson.
Well, folks, you can find me on Twitter at Jenny R. Johnson. You can find me on all the other social media platforms.
That's right.
At Jenny R. Johnson Art. I'm
She's a
working
brain
on.
all of a sudden.
Hey now. I'm working on a gigantic enterprise painting that hopefully by the weekend will be far enough along that it's worth showing. So check it out. And also you can check out my website, which is jennyrjohnson.com. You can buy prints of my artwork there. Or you can also sign up for my newsletter to find out when
I
you can buy
love that
new.
newsletter.
Thank you. That's really
Such a good
nice.
newsletter.
That's so nice.
That has 100% open rate for me. So good.
That's really nice. Thank you. Oh.
And everybody in the live chat, they're trolling. How did Doctor Whom win the battle of which do you like? Whom do you like better?
Well, would you
Anyway.
add?
To be fair, Doctor Who also has like a lot of content
Yeah.
over many, many years, and we have an international audience.
Yeah. Well, Lord of the Rings has decades behind their wings as well. Is Lord of the Rings older? I think it is.
Yes, because it was like,
The Hobbit
didn't he
was like
start in like the
50s or
40s or
something?
Yeah.
early 50s?
50s, I think.
Maybe even
1937 was
See.
the
Yeah, I was
first
like,
Lord
I
of the
thought he was like
Rings.
writing during World
The
War
Hobbit.
II.
Right.
He
Yeah.
wrote it between
Yeah.
1937 and 1949.
Crazy.
Oh,
Okay.
that he wrote it. So when it came
Yeah.
out was
Did you know
1950.
that off the
1954.
top of your head, Matt
Did
Boyd?
I?
Yeah.
No. I just let my fingers do the talking on my keyboard.
Most
So it came out in
impressive.
1954, which is well before Doctor Whom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Dr. Anne Marie Siegel, where can everybody find you online and tell you how to learn all about Lord of the Rings?
On Twitter at Anne Marie Siegel 1.
Get your favorite Lord of the Rings memes and send them to Anne Marie on Twitter.
But
Everybody, you can find me.
but
Yes.
also these shows, except not this Friday because I'm going to Supernatural Con.
You are?
Mhm.
Ooh, fun.
There are going to be some Star Trek actors there, so I'm super excited.
Oh,
Like
yeah, there
who?
are.
You know the girl who plays Lindsay Balor, which is I think is such a crazy like riveting Voyager episode where it's
Finn
like
Balor,
no Lindsay Balor.
part of the
She-
Judgment Day.
No,
No,
she's
she's
like
in the yeah.
she's a love interest of Harry Kim. She like
Okay.
had died and then an alien race takes
Oh yeah,
recently
body?
dead and like basically like resurrects them and raises them as their own. So then
Yeah.
she comes back as that alien. It's a really good, it's actually like a
It's so
really good episode.
crazy. Yeah.
She's there, and then a Battlestar Galactica guy's there
Lindsay
too.
Ballard.
I think Halo or however you
Well,
say it.
John Orchiola in the
Hello.
live chat knows who Finn Balor of the Judgment Day is, and that's good
Mhm.
enough. Everybody, you
No
can find
Stashwick?
me.
Bali.
Yep.
Not
You
this
can
time.
find me on twitter.com at RyanTGHusk. Once again, that's at RyanTGHusk, or just Virtual TrekCon Falling Tower, or the seventh rule on your favorite social media, but especially right here on YouTube. This is the signal for YouTube. There it is.
YouTube.
Yeah.
That's really special.
That's it for us. Thanks, Mark, Dave, Allison, Rico E. Faith, she knows Lord of the Rings pretty well too.
Mhm.
John, Robert, Lucia, Dead, short for Dead Purple 7. uh, and everybody else, thanks for hanging out with us. Rose Kirby out in the UK, staying up late. That's it for us. Thanks for hanging out. We will see you next time. And remember, when you want to learn all about your favorite Lord of the Rings stuff, put it on the main viewer.